Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayam Vishpat Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Ashtotara Shatashi Shmadas Vangay Sesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Granthar Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. All glories to the simple devotees, all glories to the simple devotees, all glories to the simple devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. This morning we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, titled Creation of the Fourth Order. Chapter 28, Pranjana becomes a woman in the next life. And we're on text 48. Everybody could pull out their devices. You asked me about Damodar Kumar Prabhu. I'm not sure. You asked me where he was or what he's doing. I was wondering. I was going to ask you. Yeah, I saw him in the ashram. I don't know if he was wearing. Anyways, I'm not sure if he was wearing pants or dhoti. I forgot. It didn't really cross my mind, but it seems like he was up to something. I don't know. Maybe he went with Vijay Prabhu because it looked like Vijay Prabhu was wearing pants and like, yeah, maybe they're both going out early to Oceanside or something. Yeah. All right. Uttishta. Uttishta. Oh yeah. So Srila Prabhupada would repeat based on the verse itself. He wouldn't repeat based on the word by word. And that's what Bhajanarayan Swami does. Yeah. Anyways, he brought it up to me, and the reason why he brought it up to me, because generally he's not here for the first part of my classes. He comes a little later, but it was Damodar. It was Damodar month, right? And then because everything was pushed back, he would come a little later, and then he would hear the beginning of my class, and then he was saying, "So now, I mean." So I've just, of course, he's not coming for the beginning of my class now, also, but I just figured I would do it because he was asking. But okay, so let's try this again then. Uttishtutishta Rajarshe Imam Udadi Mekalam Dasyubhyaha. Now what about when these like Chatra Bandhu Bhyo? Okay. Okay. Chatra Bandhu Bhyo Bibyatim Patum Arhasi. Okay. Utishtato Titishtra Utishtato Titish. How is it? Uttishto Tishta Rajarshe Imam Udadi Mekalam Dasyubhya Chatra Bandhubhyo Bibyatim Patum Arhasi Uttishto Tishta Rajarshe Imam Udadi Mekalam Dasyubhya Chatra Bandhubhyo Bibyatim Patum Arhasi Uttishto Tishta Rajarshe Imam Udadi Mekalam Dasyubhya Chatra Bandhubhyo Bibyatim Patum Arhasi Okay, word by word. Translation. Hare Krishna. Oh yeah? Yeah, Tapas mentioned something that now we are broadcasting on Zoom and YouTube as well, and apparently people could ask questions at the end and then you could hear them. But you're saying that they're static due to that.
I think the static is where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Because I would hear them in the evening.
Uh-huh.
And then Tapas come in and provide voice.
Oh yeah. And he would ask a question?
No, he was, because through me, but I Krishna to, I think when he signs in, the static comes down.
Oh really?
Could be wrong.
Well, we'll have to fix that, huh? Okay. Word by word. Uttishta. Please get up. Uttishta. Please get up. Raja Rishe. O saintly king. Imam, this earth. Udadi, by the ocean. Mekalam, surrounded. Dasyubhyaha, from the rogues. Chatra Bandhubhyaha, from the unclean kings. Bibyatim, very much afraid. Patum, to protect. Arhasi, you ought. Translation in commentary by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. O best of kings, please get up, get up. Just see this world surrounded by water and infested with rogues and so-called kings. This world is very much afraid, and it is your duty to protect her. Purport. Whenever an acharya comes, following the superior orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his representative, he establishes the principles of religion as enunciated in Bhagavad Gita. Religion means abiding by the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Religious principles begin from the time one surrenders to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Period. It is the Acharya's duty to spread a bona fide religious system and induce everyone to bow down before the Supreme Lord. One executes the religious principles by rendering devotional service, specifically the 9 items like hearing, chanting, and remembering. Unfortunately, when the Acharya disappears, rogues and non-devotees take advantage and immediately begin to introduce unauthorized principles in the name of so-called swamis, yogis, philanthropists, welfare workers, and so on. Actually, human life is meant for executing the orders of the Supreme Lord, and this is stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 34. Manmana bhava madbhak bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mameva shasi yuktvaivyam atmanam parayanaha. Engage your mind always in thinking of me, and become my devotee. Offer obeisances unto me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. The main business of human society is to think of the Supreme Personality of Godhead at all times, to become His devotees, to worship the Supreme Lord, and to bow down before Him. The Acharya, the authorized representative of the Supreme Lord, establishes these principles, but when he disappears, things once again become disordered. The perfect disciples of the Acharya try to relieve the situation by sincerely following the instructions of the spiritual master. At the present moment, practically the entire world is afraid of rogues and non-devotees. Therefore, this Krishna consciousness movement is started to save the world from irreligious principles. Everyone should cooperate with this movement in order to bring about actual peace and happiness in the world. Om Vikarita Padandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshulan Maditam Vena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karitavachalam Pangam Langai Tegirim Yakripatamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinitaranam Vancha Kapadribhischa Kripa Sindhubevacha Patitanam Bhavane Bhava Vaishnave Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I sent something, sorry Alex, I sent something to your phone. I don't know if you have your phone on you. Huh? Your phone's dead? Yeah. Maybe you could just charge it there, and because I wanted to. How long will it take? That's okay. I mean, maybe if you could just hurry up and get your phone and bring it down, and you just charge it for a few minutes, and then there's anyways, things may not work out exactly how I wanted during this class. Mainly, I was hoping most of the devotees would be here in person, but anyways, maybe it's meant to be like that. So I'll read the translation again. O best of kings, please get up, get up. Just see this world surrounded by water and infested with rogues and so-called kings. This world is very much afraid, and it is your duty to protect her. So so the queen here is lamenting and you could say in a state of madness and confusion, which this king is, right? What's the king's name again? We said his name so many times. No, Pranjana. We said his name so many times. Pranjana. His last life becomes Pranjani, or Vidarbhi specifically, right? Daughter of King Vidarbha, and then the husband of Malayadwaja, King Malayadwaja. So the king has left. The king has passed away, but this Vidarbhi, she's in such a state of anxiety and confusion. She's telling him, get up. You can't be gone. Please, it's your duty to protect this world. But he's not going to get up. And Srila Prabhupada makes many wonderful points in this purport here, that the Charya, when he comes to establish the principles of religion. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata, right? He has the same mission as Krishna, in that when things get out of hand, Krishna comes himself, speaks Bhagavad Gita, establishes religious principles. So similarly, the Charya does that. And when the Charya comes and does it, it actually works. Things become established, religious principles become established. Same when Krishna comes, or when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. But here Prabhupada's saying that when the Charya leaves, things become, again, chaotic, problematic. And and we see that historically, that's exactly what happens. For example, when in the Gaudiya Math, which was extremely powerful movement under the direction of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they were so powerful. What they stood for, what they were doing, so revolutionary. If you read, or when you read, this book by Bhakti Vikas Swami, the biography of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and it's more than just a biography, it's a real, historical collection of so many historical, invaluable things in relation to Gaudiya Math and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So there, when we read that, we'll see that first of all, we can analyze why was the Gaudiya Math so successful, because it was successful at the time. And one reason was because, a very important reason, was because Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they had such a wonderful leader, most amazing acharya. But aside from that, there was also under his direction and under his guidance, there was also a lot of young, enthusiastic men. Specifically, I said men because that was the case, actually. Who under him were spreading Krishna consciousness all over India, just amazing ways, and he attracted quite a intelligent crowd, like his sannyasis, for example. Extremely intelligent, extremely qualified, so many ways, materially and spiritually. And then, fast forward. He's winding up his pastimes and he leaves the world, and after that all chaos breaks out. They are fighting, they are quarreling. Now, of course, just at least my particular stance on it, I know we're not supposed to be opinionated when we're giving the Bhagavatam class, but after all, I'm giving the class, so my particular stance on this is that Prabhupada, one time he was walking with Tamal Krishna Goswami in Kolkata, and Tamal Krishna Goswami, he started to what happened? They want you to make the sauce or something? Oh, okay. So Srila Prabhupada was, anyways, Tamal Krishna Goswami, he started to criticize Gaudiya Math, Prabhupada's godbrothers. And then Prabhupada stopped and he stopped him and he said, I could criticize them, but you can't do that. So I always remember that. I could criticize them, but you can't do that. And he said, my spiritual master is so merciful, talking about Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Prabhupada gave the example of Putana. Krishna brought Putana back to Godhead. I mean, she took Putana back to Godhead. He took her. So he said, my spiritual master is so merciful that he's going to take all my god brothers back to Godhead. So he said you shouldn't criticize them. But yeah, we see that there's a lot of problems. They had a lot of problems. They're fighting with each other over property and position and money, and this and that just became a completely disaster. And they weren't following Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's instructions to create a GBC, governing body commission. They wanted to have one acharya in charge. So yeah, it's quite a history. So after he left, it was problematic. Now, Srila Prabhupada, and because of that, and then sometimes, Prabhupada, when he came to America, he was writing letters to to his godbrothers. Please send money, please send men. He was saying, I just want to be a member, and this could be the Gaudiya Math within America. But none of his godbrothers were helping, practically. So anyways, Prabhupada starts up ISKCON, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He establishes so many temples with the help of his disciples, which is another thing. Why was ISKCON extremely successful? I'm not saying it's not successful now, but why was it extremely successful, especially in America and throughout the world? Back then, when Srila Prabhupada started it, was because Srila Prabhupada himself, very powerful person, most powerful personality, acharya. But Srila Prabhupada also attracted a lot of young, intelligent men and women to help spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Of course, a lot of the men taking as sannyasis, taking the role of leadership and traveling and trying to establish Krishna consciousness. But we see that when Srila Prabhupada started to wind up his pastimes and he left, it's also quite chaotic afterwards. The next, 5, 10, I don't know how many years. Within ISKCON, a lot of problems, a lot of issues, a lot of confusion, a lot of heartbreaks. Heartbreaks? Yeah, a lot of heartbreaks. And if you want to get into the details, like sometimes devotees, they like to get into the details. What's all that nectar? What was all that nectar that happened in the 80s and 90s? And let me look it up on the internet. If you want to get an intelligent analysis of the situation from a Krishna conscious point of view, because a lot of the internet information is not Krishna conscious, and a lot of them are, confused individuals who are writing articles and speaking about early days of after Srila Prabhupada left. But a good analysis of this is Ravindra Swarup Prabhu's, he has a series of lectures. So I think it's called The Hidden History of ISKCON. And it's, he's an intelligent, sincere devotee, Prabhupada man, and he explains it all from a Krishna conscious point of view. So devotees could listen to that if they're interested. But yeah, it was quite problematic. And we also see that within, without getting all the details right now, we also see that when individuals, personal spiritual masters, means grand disciples of Srila Prabhupada, when their spiritual master leaves, a lot of the times it's also problematic. Means there's like devotees, they become confused, they become bewildered, they don't know what to do, they maybe start fighting with each other over this or that. And a lot of them may leave. So as Srila Prabhupada has mentioned, this is what happens. But nonetheless, although that we start spiritual movements and we attract all types of people, and they become leaders, and then sometimes bad things happen, still, ISKCON has to go on. It's not that we should just close shop because problems happen within ISKCON or here at the temple or wherever. We have to remain open. Krishna conscious movement has to go on. It's like something they have this, right? I think there was some idea out there that there was a conversation, and apparently God and the devil were having a conversation, and the devil's God was saying, "Oh yeah, I want to have organized religion," you know. And then the devil said, "Oh, that's a good idea." I said, "I'll be in charge. I'll be in charge of it." So it's a complicated thing how to have an organized movement. But again, nonetheless, it has to go on. Now, in relation to it going on, there's a particular saying. I forgot. Now, of course, I what do you call it? I prepared a class for as if there's going to be, you know, all the devotees here. So my idea is just to continue to give the class and prepared based on all the devotees I thought were going to be here. Of course, I could kind of change it up and try to save some of the information for later, but I don't know. I mean, I usually don't ask them if they're not here, okay, listen to the class later, but I thought it was valuable information, at least from... Yeah. Okay, I guess I could show you I was going to show everybody, but... But there's a one devotee, Prithu Prabhu, which is such a great preacher, actually. No, Prithu Prabhu, he's probably a disciple. He's in Germany, but he used to preach up in Portland, and so really wonderful. He would go to Rainbow Gathering, and he would like preach to all these hippies and he would get like 10 guys to shave their head, shika and tila, and bring them back to a temple. I mean, and he was quite successful. Anyways, he used to quote this thing: "Recruit or die." So recruit or die. He would quote this. Now, it sounds like, oh, what is that supposed to? Well, it's like there has to be new recruits into any particular organization or movement, or else it dies, it fizzles out. Just like within Denver, I'm not saying that they're dead over there or something. But recently, like in terms of the Brahmacharya ashram, which is an important ashram, I mean, and I'm not just saying that because I'm in the ashram, but it's an important ashram. So within the Brahmacharya ashram, it should be alive. There should be brahmacharya ashrams all over America, which is only a few, unfortunately, and they're kind of struggling, to be quite honest, in many of them, so many ways. But with Denver, they had like, I don't know, 10, 12, 13 brahmacharis or something. It was quite a powerful little brahmacharya ashram. But then fast forward, and one left, the second one left, third one left, fifth one, eighth one, 10th one, 11th one. This is all maybe within the last year or something. Can you go to your WhatsApp and put up the picture, please, that I sent you? And then you could just give it to Mukunda and pass it to yours. You could look at it and give it to Mukunda, pass it to Glenn, the picture I sent. So there's quite a few devotees. There was like 12, 13 devotees. And then, he left. I'm talking about brahmacharis. And then right now they just have one brahmachari, one saffron-clad brahmachari. Now, if you see this picture I just sent to Alex, it's there's I don't know how many devotees, maybe 9 or 10, but these were all SanDiego devotees. SanDiego brahmacharis. There's a picture in India, Krishna Kumar and Kareem and Dhananjay, South India, and Dhananjay, and so many devotees there. So the brahmacharya ashram, it's a bit of a delicate situation, and so just as all those brahmacharis left in Denver, and then hopefully more and more will come. So similarly, we had all these brahmacharis here, and gradually this one left, and they left, right? Which in some ways is normal and natural, and that's what people do. But in relation to that, there's something I wanted to bring up, was that these particular devotees, the SanDiego brahmacharis, we had a meeting one time. Maybe you could we had a meeting one time, and Tirtha Maharaj was meeting with us, and he was saying that based on this Sridhar Swami, Srila Prabhupada's disciple, Sridhar Swami, statement that how do you have a successful temple? Okay, everybody wants a successful temple. What does a successful temple mean? It means book distribution going on, full scale, prasadam distribution, harinam, lively people joining, people coming to the temple, things are going on, there's some life. And specifically, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati talked, those who have life, they will preach. Means once the preaching goes on, dead, right? So spreading Krishna consciousness means life, and if it's not there, it means dead. It means the temple's dead. So sleeping, everybody's sleeping. So Sridhar Swami was asked about this, that how do you have a successful temple, and he gave the answer. He said you need 10 dedicated men or people, 10 dedicated persons. And you need 10 years. That means 10 people, not that one person joins and they stay for 2 months, and the next person joins and stays for 2 years, and the next person joins and stays for 4 years, and then because then you keep on getting new guys, and new guys or new devotees, new bhaktas. It means that they need a lot of training, and they need a lot of they need a lot of maturing, and they need a lot of a lot of attention, a lot of time, a lot of energy to become really strong. And then a lot of the times put so much time into it, and then by the time they're getting strong, or by the time they're strong, or they join some whatever, they join the Navy, or they go to the moon, or they become a professional skydiver, or something like that. So 10 men, 10 years, successful temple. So, and that's very important. Just imagine you have 10 dedicated persons in 10 years. You could do a lot, actually. And then after 10 years, fine. Join the Navy, take a air balloon to the moon, whatever. Become a professional skydiver instructor. Just fine, do whatever. But 10 years, there's no reason that, specifically speaking to the this side, there's no reason that all of you can't dedicate 10 years. What's wrong with that? I did it. I've been here 14 years. So if I could do it, you could do it too. And now some 10 years is kind of a long time. Whoa, so long. Fine, if your mind's going to snap, 5 years. But that's not that good. But 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 10 months, dedicate some time. But I really think that, even you say, okay, I'm 19, okay, dedicate 10 years. How old will I be? 29. Seems old, right? How am I going to go to college? How am I going to have a nice... Anyways, there's different fears people have. But that's the formula. But yeah, I don't want to make anybody's mind snap, but ultimately that's the best. And then after 10 years, if you want to dedicate another 10 years, another 10 years, another 10 years, whatever. But so that's one thing. Now that's important, because when devotees dedicate themselves and they really surrender to the spiritual master, to Krishna, to a temple, then they will develop that strength to be able to help people. And when we say recruit, it's not some mundane thing, let's just recruit people for followers. We're trying to help people. We're trying to give them the most valuable thing, Krishna consciousness. So we could be participating in keeping the temple alive. Alive means recruiting people. And whether that means a man joins as a brahmachari, or a woman joins as a brahmacharini, or they can't join at the temple for a certain circumstance, but they become devotees. It means to attract people to Krishna consciousness. Or else, where's the life? There's no life. Now, just a few, it's getting a little late and we're going to wind up here, but now in terms of, we have to have a very sharp mind. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but a lot of the times when people come to Krishna consciousness, the mind is not sharp because of so much sense gratification. So much, all the different types of sense gratification. The mind becomes dull. The ability to think clearly, to be able to do so many, there's dull. So, and the material nature, the modes of material passion, you may have a sharp mind in the mode of passion, but I still say the mind is dull, because it might be sharp materially, but spiritually it's dull. But especially with the mode of ignorance, the mind is very dull. So we have to sharpen our mind more and more and more. Now someone may say, hey, well, I'm a sattvic type of guy. And hey, who are you talking to here? I have a pretty sharp mind. And again, I'm not saying you all don't have a sharp mind, but there's sharp and sharp and sharp, and you could get really, really sharp mind. We could get, right? Now, why is this important? Because, for example, in book distribution, when we're going out to deal with people, these people are an illusion, deep illusion. Now, a book distributor, a preacher, have to have a very sharp mind. Why? Just to cut through all of that and able to, reach them, the soul, in terms of communicating. Because you could be talking with somebody, but what are you talking to? What are you talking to? You're talking to their eyeballs. You're talking to their, their mind. You're talking to their body. What are you talking? Are you talking to them, the soul? So in order to do that, you have to cut through all of their mind, intelligence, false ego, all of their illusions, and just cut right there. In order to do that, we have to have a very sharp mind. Now, how does one get a sharp mind? The morning program is so scientifically designed in such a way that not only does one become a bhajananandi, means they're able to relish the nectar of Krishna consciousness, but this morning program is so scientifically designed that one can develop a very sharp mind, so they could become a perfect, Goshnanandi, perfect preacher. In other words, the morning program will sharpen our mind. Mangalarti, japa, tulsi, worshipping tulsi, singing the tulsi, all the different aspects, class. So every little word, because a lot of the morning program, it's all words actually. Hare Krishna, Samsara Davan, Bhagavatam class, it's all words. So every word that we could latch onto and pay attention to and focus on, that will sharpen our mind. All the songs will sharpen our mind. And you see, those who are successful book teachers like Parameshvara, oh man, he has a really sharp mind. He's like, with the morning, he's like really attentive to everything in the morning program. And then that sharpens his mind. Then when he goes out, he's able just to cut, through everybody's illusion and just pump out so many books. And some may say, well, it's not really my service, it's just marathon time, I'm doing books. But devotee means to have a sharp mind. So whether we're a book distributor or a gardener or a cook or whatever we are, this will help us, actually, morning program. So anyways, last thing here is that manmana bhava bhakto. So we should always think of Krishna, become his devotee, offer obeisances. So just a amusing thing I heard lately was that my spiritual master was at somebody's house one time. I think he's trying to, get them to become a life member or something. And he was speaking to one person, and this person, and the man was saying how he worships Sai Baba. And not Satya Sai Baba, but are they both Satya Sai Baba?
No, Satya Baba is the Shri Sai Baba is the...
Okay, Satya Sai Baba. So this man was saying how he's worshipper Satya Sai Baba. Now, he did everything that we do with Krishna. Means he was thinking of Krishna. He was a devotee he wasn't thinking of Krishna. Means he was thinking of Sai Baba. He was a devotee of Sai Baba. He was offering obeisances to Sai Baba. He was worshipping Sai Baba. He was completely absorbed in Sai Baba, offering food, right? All these different things. Whatever we would do with the deity. Now, it says here that Krishna says, surely you will come to me. So my spiritual master, he went back and he asked Prabhupada, so I met this man and he explained the whole situation, how he's a devout follower of Sai Baba. So he asked Prabhupada, so Prabhupada, what happens to this man, at the time of death, And then Prabhupada said, well, he'll go to Sai Baba. And then Prabhupada said, and if Sai Baba's in hell, then the man will go to hell. So, anyways, we could become absorbed in so many things of this world, but where is it going to take us? So, therefore, Krishna says, we should become absorbed in him and spreading his glories. And Srila Prabhupada, we become absorbed in Srila Prabhupada and spreading his glories, right? Abhyasha Gusha Tribhuvana. May your glories be spread throughout the three worlds. So that's what we're trying to do. That's part of the marathon. We're trying to spread the glories of Srila Prabhupada throughout SanDiego. Tribhuvana. And by giving people Srila Prabhupada's most valuable contribution he gave to this world, which is his books. So, all right, does anybody have any questions or comments? Or how about on the Zoom? Does anybody have a
Prabhu.
Hey, Tapas.
Yeah, I'm hearing there are 24 people watching online you right now.
Okay,
YouTube.
24 people watching on YouTube. So, all right. So you got YouTube watchers, and I don't think we have really announced Zoom to anybody yet. But eventually, I guess people could watch on Zoom and ask questions like or comments like Tapas just gave us his comment. Do you have any question, Tapas?
I have a question that from time to time, right? So, if I am in temple, my mind is very good serving Krishna. If I am not in temple, my mind goes here and there. So I was thinking, for person like me, how can we be more steady in Krishna consciousness?
More steady? Okay. I was going to say, well, your mind is good while you're here, but you're saying sometimes it's unsteady when you leave. So I said, well, you could stay in the temple, Tapas. We got a room for you. You could stay with Janardhan. Yeah, so there's so many... The basic way to make advancement, or one of the most powerful, sadhu sangha sarva shashtra koi, so lava matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoy, that to associate with devotees, and because we have to remember that so much of our life or our lives, there's been a lot of conditioning that has been. That we've conditioned ourselves to be an illusion. So we need to go like on a like a binge. We need to go on a Krishna binge. We've been on a Maya binge for a long time. Like these people, video games, for 5 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours, and they get special chairs, right? Herman Miller, it's a very good chair. And Herman Miller, I don't know why they're doing this, but anyway, I saw that the chair company, they're advertising like that. Hey, we got a game chair for you. I mean, they make good chairs, Herman Miller. So anyways, I guess it's when it comes down to the bucks, right? Yeah, big market. A lot of people playing games. So we got a game chair. You sit there, and it's for your posture, and sit there. So that's a Maya binge. They're binging on Maya, or whatever. Eating a bunch of people. They're being dragged all over the world. Yeah, people are dragged all over the world by their tongue. Oh, go to this country, this country. Or over the city. It's a Maya binge, going to different restaurants, whatever. There's so many different things people are binging on. So, most likely, we have done that in our life, in previous lives. So, when one goes on a binge like that, then their mind and their conscience, they're just full of all types of just Maya, illusionary things. And those things become like part of them. They're like kind of, you binge on Maya so much you become like a representative of Maya, like an agent of Maya, right? So we have to reverse the process. We want to binge on Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. That's what we're doing. People go, oh, why are you chanting so much 2 hours a day? Oh, what are you doing 2 hours a day? I mean, the movies, this, that. Somebody thinks 2 hours a day. Sleeping 12 hours. It's binging on sleep. Tamagun. So we have to binge holy name, Hare Krishna, Kirtan, book distribution, binge on book distribution. Just go out, go wild. Marathon's meant to go wild, actually. You have to read some stories. I sent that to the devotees, Tamal Krishna Goswami, Radha Damodar traveling book distribution. He tells stories, and I'm sure there's some wild stories in there of their book distribution. So, yeah. And in this way, our consciousness becomes more and more cleansed, more and more purified. And then once it becomes more and more purified, it becomes steady. We become steady, right? Steadiness comes from purification. Purification comes from binging on Krishna consciousness. And then the more we binge, the more we become an addict, right? And then, once we're a full-on addict, we become guru, which, some people, why do you want to become guru? Well, Prabhupada wants us to become a guru. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Garidekata Ka Krishna Badesh, Amara Gat Tari Desh. Right? Whoever you go, whoever you are, wherever you go, explain the science of Krishna, this way become a guru. Guru means they're an addict of Krishna. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope that helps. But all right, Jai.
So there is a question on the YouTube. There is one devotee, Suksma 108.
Okay,
He's
Jai.
asking, Hare Krishna, please accept my obeisances. Will the temple be doing a fire sacrifice today or tomorrow for the new year?
I don't think so. But you could talk with the Ramapati. 1-800-RAMAPATI. I'm just joking. I don't think there'll be a fire yagya, but maybe I think we're going to do some extra kirtan though, extra book distribution, extra kirtan. Yeah. So stay up all night chanting. All right. Binging.
And we also have a comment from Rajendra Nandan Prabhu. He said, excellent thought-provoking class. Thank you, Balaram Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Rajendra Prabhu. Okay. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.